Welcome to this introduction to Viridian's modelling for natural flood management. The climate is changing, causing ever more flooding that is ruining livelihoods and lives. Existing grey infrastructure, such as flood defence walls, can't cope. Research shows we need to integrate nature into the system, but at the moment there are only two main ways of addressing this. Hydraulic modelling, which is expensive and complex, it does show what happens to floodwater, but it doesn't show how to solve the problems. Or GIS map overlays that give vague ideas of where to do stuff, but no idea of whether it will be effective in solving real local problems. This is where Viridian comes in. We combine the sophistication of hydraulic modelling with the robust simplicity of map analysis to show exactly which habitats to create and where to create them to most reduce flooding and maximise return on investment. And we can do this swiftly across entire landscapes. This is unique to Viridian. So how does it work in more detail? Well, the first thing we do is work out how water flows across the landscape. Then we use a modified version of the universal soil loss equation to understand how these flows will interact with the physical landscape and calculate the transport and accumulation of water on every 5 metres square, or pixel, across the catchment. Next, we model the vegetation and land use for each pixel, and how these will alter interactions, and piece them together across entire flow paths. This allows us to rank every pixel for how hard it is currently working to reduce flooding, as well as how hard it could work if the right habitat was created there. This means we can say which habitat should be created in which locations to make the most impact to local flood problems. Or to put it another way, what to do where to most reduce flooding at least investment. This is not something that either hydraulic modelling or GIS analysis can do. Here is a comparison between Viridian modelling on the left and GIS modelling on the right, both the same problem and using the same data. Viridian explicitly shows not only the best places to make interventions, but also what these interventions should be at each location. Doing these changes in these locations will make the greatest reductions in flooding of any possible nature-based interventions across the entire landscape. In contrast, the GIS analysis simply shows areas that have the right characteristics whereby planting trees should help reduce flooding, but there is no indication about which locations will actually make a real difference to the local problems, and no way of knowing if other interventions, such as creating wetlands, would be more effective. It is quite possible that one might invest heavily in planting trees in a high opportunity area, but gain almost no reduction in flooding. With Viridian modelling, we can run scenario analysis and back calculate the degree of change in terms of peak flood volumes. So for the first time, it is possible to design the optimum natural flood management solutions and quantify the impact they will have on local flood events. The two most obvious uses of this are economic analysis, or natural capital valuation, and integrating the natural flood solutions with traditional engineered flood protection measures. Yet flooding is not all that Viridian modelling can do. We can carry out almost all the same modelling for other water flow services. Water quality, such as diffuse agricultural pollution, erosion, siltation, improving base flow to streams in the summer, and groundwater recharge. Finally, we integrate our flood and other water flow solutions with standard GIS modelling to give the full multi-benefit analysis. We can include biodiversity connectivity, pollination, agricultural production, air quality, urban heat island, and much more. We can even add local restrictions, habitat condition ratings, stakeholder preferences, and all sorts of individual circumstances. In this way, we can deliver a full natural capital report with multi-benefit analysis and trade-offs, giving great decision support, allowing robust financial analysis, and creating engaging narratives for stakeholder discussions. So whatever your project, please get in touch to explore how we can help you achieve your nature-based aspirations.